All right, young scholars, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wonderful.
Calvin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So everybody can hear me now, yes?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, young scholars. So thank you for your patience last week. I'm not sure if you guys would like this model set up where we're going to meet, or if you guys would prefer it asynchronously online, where I kind of just throw up some recorded videos and you guys can use the class time to like pop in for office hours. If you have questions, how would you all like for this to work? Do you have any preference?
What do you think is better?
I'm wondering what you guys think is better. You guys are the ones who are going to be in the class having to learn all this information.
I'm biased because I have an hour drive after this, so I would like to do it asynchronously so I can go home. But I understand that some people have trouble with that, and that's perfectly fine with me too. I don't mind staying here for that little extra time.
Okay, so here's, if we do it synchronous, we'll probably meet like this, like 2:30 to 3:15 each day.
Okay.
If you want it asynchronous, I would probably just post a video for you guys to watch on Tuesday and then maybe meet for a half hour on Thursday. Um, Again, like I said, I'd like all your opinions, and this way we know where we're at, because majority will rule. If all of you want it asynchronous, that is fine with me.
I always like the interactive aspect of class, but yeah, like I said, I have a bit of a drive, and I like my day to be done after this. But um, either way is fine with me. I would like to hear other opinions because I don't want to be the only voice on this, you know?
Agreed. So who else wants to chime in?
Me, whatever is okay. What she says is yeah. I think that I want synchronous too.
You want synchronous?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one for synchronous, two for asynchronous.
Oh, are you voting? Do you want asynchronous?
Oh no, Franny agreed with you.
No, oh, he did. Okay. Um, yeah.
Calvin, any input?
Would you rather I turn my camera on or no? Just wondering.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Maybe you guys would feel more comfortable posting what your opinion is in the chat. That's fine with me.
Hi. So I just wanted like clarification. You said that the asynchronous would consist of like we would just like get recorded videos from you, and then like today would be like today and Thursday would sort of be like a office hour sort of thing.
So the class is supposed to be Tuesday and Thursday, 2 to 3:45. Um, if we did it asynchronous, I would probably have a video recorded, post it for Tuesday. You guys would watch it, and then basically the course would be office hours. Then if you all wanted to meet on Thursday, that would be fine. But like I said, we'd probably meet like 2:30 to 3:15. But if you wanted synchronous, we'd do that both days, and there would be like no video post.
Oh, well, I'm fine with either way, but asynchronous is fine with me as well too.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
Grace, we
Grace,
can't hear you.
yeah, I can't hear. Yeah, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Okay, so like I said, post what works best for you in chat, and we'll go from there. Whether you would like that asynchronous or synchronous, either way is fine with me, but I know I've seen the other adjuncts. I'm sure you all heard that Montclair took over Bloomfield College, and the full-time faculty for the computer science department has all left, and it's all adjuncts now. So I've seen some of them are teaching asynchronous where there's no meetings. And sure. So now we have 2 for meeting and 2 for asynchronous. Maybe it'll just work best because who said they had the drive?
I have to drive.
Okay, so Amelia,
Mm-hmm.
so you would be stuck on campus listening to me babble on Zoom?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't mind. It's just like this is immediately following another class of mine, and it takes an hour to drive back, so I wouldn't make it in time before the class started. But yeah, it's fine. I can stay on campus. I think my brother has to stay late anyway, so we
Okay.
drive together.
All right, so let's do this. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll just meet from 2:30 to 3:15 on Zoom. And if I need to add anything extra, as you've seen, I have no issues doing that.
That sounds good to me.
All right, so I'm going to basically spend today quickly going through the course expectations and kind of this week and last week is supposed to be kind of a review of what you hopefully, because it's the basics of Java programming, learned in your Programming 1 class. So you notice here on Blackboard, we have a bunch of folders for each week. So in last week's folder, there's the course syllabus. There's a link to an online Java compiler, which I kind of use when I'm compiling, just so you don't have to download, whether it be BlueJ, Dr. Java, whatever IDE you want to use, you just have this one right online. Now everybody can see the screen that I'm sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So below that, there are pages here, or PowerPoints rather, elementary programming selections. I provide some example code of selections, which, did anybody check that yet? It's basically your conditional statements. No, nobody checked that out?
For conditional statements for this week
Just this-
9597.
Selections example code, we have like if, else if.
Selections. I see loops example code.
Okay, I'm in last week's, right?
Oh, last week's. Okay, yeah.
And then below that, mathematical functions, characters, and strings, and then there's example code from that. Homework assignment 1 was just a discussion board. All of you did that, so that's awesome. You all got your 3 points out of 3. And then for each week, I'm going to have these awesome tutorial videos of things I find online. So if you forgot any of this stuff from last semester, last year, whenever you took programming one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different tutorial videos regarding mathematical functions, characters, strings, if else, etc. Okay. I want to jump in and talk about the course syllabus. So like I said, if we're going to do this synchronously, let's say Tuesday and Thursday, 2:30 to 3:15 on Zoom, and after the Zoom, let's say we spend the other half hours for any questions as you guys need it. So basically, this is the second in the series after programming one, obviously. You're all going to be graded on 10 homework assignments, an exam, and a group project. There's no book. Everything will be posted on Blackboard for you guys to refer back to. As I'm sure you see on all your syllabi, be respectful within these classes. So this way, everybody gets along, there's no issues, and the course goes much quicker. So homework assignments are going to be worth 30%. There's 10 of them in total. They're graded very easily out of 3 points. 1 is poor, 2 is good, 3 is great. So the first homework assignment was just the intro post. Everybody did it. Everybody got a 3 out of 3. The other 9 homework assignments are going to be simple. Hey, write a Java program using whatever we learn this week. Basically, as long as it runs and you have comments that show that you know what it's doing, you'll get a 3 out of a 3. Don't, and I'm sure you're all tempted to do this, don't go about this by just typing my prompt in a ChatGPT and having ChatGPT give you an answer or a program, because I'll know. Go ahead and do it yourself just so you know how to do it, because it might pop up on the exam. So the exam will be 30% too. So basically it'll count as the same as the 10 homeworks. You're going to be given 3 prompts that are going to be a little longer than the homework ones. You're just basically going to create 3 different programs, and each of them will be worth a third of the exam. So for example, we're going to cover trees and arrays, and it might combine a couple things into one, and you would make a program related to it. And then lastly, 40% will be a group project. So there's only 7 of you in this class. And who's the only one not here? Grace is here, Amelia's here, Zaza's here, Calvin's here, Franny's here, Amelia's here. So Lana and Al, which one is on the iPhone? We don't know? Okay. So there's 7 individuals in the class. If we're going to have this group project, maybe we have 2 groups of 2 and another group of 3 people. So 3 groups. You're going to be asked to create either a tic-tac-toe or hangman game. And 40%, I make it simple. I have it graded out of 40 points. 20 points for the program running and effectively executing the steps necessary to complete the entire game. I don't care if all 3 groups choose tic-tac-toe. I don't care if all 3 groups choose hangman. That's up to your group. 5 points for adding comments within the code demonstrating which group members did which sections of the program. So if you have a group of 2, obviously you're going to do half and half. If your group has 3, you're each going to do a third of the program and basically add in a little comment. Oh, Calvin did this section, or Lana did this section, or Gracie did this section. Just to make it very simple on me. And then the last 15 points, you'll give a 20-minute presentation where you explain why you chose one of the games over the other choice, how you plan to create the game, how long it took to create the game, and who did what section of the program, and provide a demonstration to the class on how that program works. So you'll see I have it set up where 11:28 and 11:30 and 12:05 and 12:17, or 12:07 rather, are set up for group presentations. If we get them all done that first week, that last week is free for you guys to enjoy, okay? But keep this in mind, I don't accept late work unless there are extreme circumstances. I gave you more time for the group chat, or the group discussion, which was homework 1, just because we didn't meet last week. So this actually says all assignments are due on Sunday evenings, 11:59. Because this class meets on Tuesday, Thursday, I actually gave you until Monday night at 11:59 to do that. So the week of 11:21 and 11:23, 11:23 is Thanksgiving. I've not really had high attendance during that week, so I gave you the full week off. Just enjoy your Thanksgiving. However, that take-home exam with the 3 problems will be posted on Blackboard the previous week. You guys will have until the 4th of December to complete it, okay? So kind of basic, straightforward with the grading. You already did homework assignment 1. You're going to have 9 more homework assignments. All of them will simply be, hey, based on what we learned this week, write a Java program doing X. You guys are more than welcome to submit those assignments earlier than the due date. That's fine with me. Okay, where are we? So this week, 9.5 and 9.7. We're going to review loops and methods. Homework assignment 2, like I told you guys, is very simple. Write a Java program. Submit source code for a Java program using methods that will display a calendar for September 2023. So obviously you're not going to have a big GUI that looks nice or anything like that. It's just going to be the row of your information. And again, this week I have tutorial videos for you guys to look through as you so choose. All right, so are there any questions with respect to how the course is going to be run?
No.
No? Okay. So like I said, you can submit those assignments early if you so choose. That's entirely up to you. All right, so I'm going to click on the loops, example code here. And when I said with the project that I want you guys to demonstrate comments, you should have learned this in Programming 1. That's what these // comments there are. Ideally, as you see down the bottom, in this program, I explain what is going on with this example. That's what I would like you to do on the homeworks within your comment. So for example, here, using a for loop to print numbers from 1 to 10. Your homework 2 might say, using methods to display September 2023 calendar. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so, hopefully.
Can you explain it? Can you explain it?
So you've all seen this in your previous Programming 1 class, correct? How to create a public class,
Yeah.
how to create a string argument, how to print out output. Everybody knows what the plus plus is?
Mm-hmm.
That's called an iterator. So would they tell you the difference between a for loop and a while loop in Programming 1? Does anybody remember?
So
Kind of.
yeah, like a for loop is when you like have a set end, really. And then I guess while loop, usually I would use those when you don't know how many iterations you want. So just do while, you know.
Yes, and there's also actually a do while as well. Do while a condition is
yes.
being met. Like you said, basically for is more restrictive. A while is kind of, what's the best way to put it? Like you said, you're a little unsure.
Yeah. Like if I had, I don't know, I have 100 and I'm going to divide by 5, divide however many times it takes to get to 0, so, to get to 1. So while I is greater than 1, divide n by 5. You know what I mean? That's what I would
Right.
use a while loop for.
So basically a while is tied to a condition. While something is still happening, keep running.
I think the question might also be like, how do you want us to make this calendar, right? So we're printing out like a weekly. I guess what I would do, I would print out the days of the week at the top, and then print out the numbers. I'm not sure. Like, what's the question? Like, what do you want us to do for this? Obviously, don't give us the answer, but that's kind of what I think the question was.
So for September 2023, the first day was a Friday. So you should
Yeah.
have something like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yes,
That's all the days of the week. Yeah.
that should be your top row. And then, so the first was a Friday.
Hmm.
So 1 should be under your Friday, 2 should be under your Saturday. And then the next row, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then your next row would be 10, 11, 12, 13, etc., all the way through the calendar. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So like I said, you're not making any big graphic. You're just using a method to basically say, hey, how do we get to September 1st, more or less?
Mm.
So you could divide. You could create a class calendar printer, for example, and you could use string days of the week, whatever you want to do, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, print it out as the first row. Then use the get function from calendar to determine which day of the week goes where and print it all out. Have you guys used the calendar function previously?
I have not.
No? Okay.
No, they haven't.
So I will post. So this will be the example. I'll post this up for how you could do this using the calendar class. You could change this up as you so choose. Okay. I'll put it right here after homework assignment 2. So technically, this is my solution for homework 2, so kind of change it up a little when you're doing homework 2. But you'll see here, I set an argument for string. I create my year and my month. My first line is calendar for September 2023. I set my string argument, days of the week, as an array to include the days of the week. Then I use the calendar function to find out what the first day of the week is. In this case, we used get instance. And you guys have never seen this before?
No.
Who did you have for programming 1?
I took it with the University of Phoenix.
Okay. Who did everybody
We
else
did
have?
go over loops and methods and all that. So
Okay.
I can look up like the Java, what are they called? The classes,
Okay.
and I'll look into that one in my own time.
Yes,
Oh.
this is one of them, the calendar class.
I just wanted to say for me, I did programming 1 for first semester at Bloomfield College, but we ended off at arrays. So
Okay.
Calvin was also in class with me. I remember him.
So some of you may not have seen the calendar class before. That's okay.
No, I've made methods before, but I've never used the calendar class.
Okay. So like I said, here is an example of how I did it. Just maybe change it up a little when you submit your homework 2, because technically this is homework 2. So here in this example 4, we're adding a day every time we go through. So in this example, when we run it, I'll show you exactly how it looks when we run this. That's nice. It doesn't like me. So what's supposed to occur is it would display something basically with September 2023 at the top, and then the next row would basically look something like this picture here,
Mm,
except it would just be the text. mon, to, when, there, with Sunday over here, with the 1, 2. Instead of like an image, it would just be all text there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just kind of like this picture here. It would just be fry, sat, then a 1 and 2 below it. And like I said, you're free to use whichever IDE you want. You guys might have used Dr. Java before. You might have used BlueJ, Eclipse, whatever it may be. So nothing special. Like I said, the first row after September 2023 will just show the days of the week. And then we'll keep going, pushing out days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way through September 30th. Okay, and for some reason that's still hidden to you guys. Now it's visible. Okay, perfect. All right, so I want to go through the methods example code, and then I guess we could stop there for today, open it up to any questions, and then, like I said, we'll meet again Thursday, 2:30 to 3:15. And in between, you guys could pose any questions you have, meet with me individually, whatever you may need. Okay, so this is the methods example code I have provided to you online on Blackboard in this week's folder. If we run this code, it gives us a square of 5, which 5 times 5 is 25, obviously. And the sum of 10 and 20 is 30, obviously. So we created a class method demo. We take in our arguments. We set number as an integer to 5. We then square that, which gives us our first output. The square of 5 is 25. See that line, system.output? Hopefully you learned how to print line in Programming 1.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now we are making a method here where we're adding the numbers together. So our first number we set as 10, that could be changed to anything. Give me an example number.
76.
76, okay? Give me a second example number.
13.
13. Okay, so now when we run this, what should the answer be? Sum of 76 and 13.
89.
It should say sum of 76 and 13 is 89.
Right?
So that works. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now what if we change our int number from 5 to something else?
How about 10?
10? Okay. So what's the square of 10?
100.
100. Now we run this and we'll now say square of 10 is 100, right? We have our print line here, square of, plus our number integer is plus our squared number. So it should now say square of 10 is 100, right? And that's exactly what we now have. So what are these down here? We have two methods. What are they doing?
They're calling them, well, the Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the method. So they are doing the process.
Right. That's exactly what the methods do. Basically, all the work for you. So this first method is calculating the square of the number. So it took that 10 from above and squared it. 10 times 10, which creates the 100. The second method here is what's adding our numbers together. So our first number was 76. Our second number was 13. Added together, our return is 89. However, the methods only work when you provide the information before them because they refer back to to those specific parameters. So here we have our numbers 1 and 2 set up, and they're called in our second method. With our square, we have our first number. In our first method, they are now called. But what did you notice? Technically, this shouldn't run. Because here it's num, and above it's number.
Yeah, but you're calling it something different. And when you,
Yep. Notice how within the method, you're now changing it? Yes? No? Everybody
yeah,
sees
yeah.
that? Good. Glad Amelia pointed that out. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Anybody have any questions? Like I said, these first couple weeks here are going to be kind of a review of what I would hope that you guys have seen before in your previous programming class. So more or less, let's say, I can pull the calendar up here quick. More or less, you should have seen arrays that we'll cover next week. Probably an introduction to objects and classes. And then when we get to the end of the month with inheritance and polymorphism, that's probably going to be brand new to you. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? If not, I will let you go and I will see you Thursday at 2:30.
I do have a slight question.
Okay?
So wait, back to the what you're showing us your example program. So the last semester, how we learned it is we would have the methods above the main argument. Like, is that okay for you, or would you
Yeah,
like
that's
us?
fine. Like I
Okay.
said, as long as you have little comments within your program that shows me that you know what's going on in the program and it runs, you're good to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Grace, you have a question? Hopefully, it's not about your mic because I'm not sure. All right, then I will see all of you on Thursday.
Gracing us with your presence, so you have for one more semester.
Yeah, one more semester. All right, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you very much.
All right, bye, Professor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Professor. Take care.